Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello, Reaper Dave. How you doing? Tis I, Captain Madlove, coming at you live and in person with yet another chapter from the Captain's Log, live from the Captain's Quarters today. I saw that we had Juju and Turbo out there earlier, and it looks like Reaper Dave is hanging out here with us for a minute. We are working on Bingo and Ilthur today. What are you guys doing? What are you up to, Reaper Dave? What are you up to, mate? Are you getting excited for the ReaperCon? I'm excited, and I'm nervous, but it's going to be fine. I always get butterflies in my tummy before any kind of an event. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, your audio is good.
You're thawing out. It's been cold, huh? Oh, yeah, right. Everything. Someone sent me a picture. I'm sure you guys probably saw it. It went viral of that giant ice pillar in the middle of someone's kitchen in Texas. Hey, Bobcat. Oh, thank you. That's part of my geeky t-shirt collection.
Best wizard.
Yes. Can you do me a favor and turn the fan on just to move some air back there? I think I'd lost my freaking water bottle, too. Hopefully it's not too far away. Oh, look, there's one. Hang on, guys. Yay!
Hydrate.
Hydrate! Hi, Semini. How you doing? Oh, let me see. Today is, good. Today is, today's your day off, right? Well, I mean, you know, from the grind job. Isn't today your day off? Oh. Yes, look at me. Oh my God, I remembered something. You guys, you better write this down. I remembered something. What? What, geek? Right, I know. Okay, so. Wow, these are really super slippery. I think I had this one on wrong. I think this one's on inside out. Hello, Riser. How you doing? I don't know. That seems inside out. These are my favorites, the hairdresser gloves. But, okay, we'll have to put it on this way. These are my favorite, the hairdresser gloves. Hi, Zelius. I know, right? It was amazing. I actually just remembered somebody's day off. Oof. Okay, let's try that. Oh, let's see. The last stream, the internet dropped. And we took everybody over to Studio J, Riser. We don't even know. It was just an internet drop. Randomly, in the middle of everything, the internet dropped. Yeah, it was really weird. And it came back a couple hours later. But, you know, it wasn't worth the stressing. I went and watched a movie and then got to bed a little bit early, so it worked out really good. Wow, you guys actually watched the reruns of this crazy shit? That's amazing. I love you guys. Hey, when you watch the reruns, you guys, turn in and watch them on YouTube. That'll help get our hours up. Yeah, if you actually watch the reruns when you miss things, yeah, definitely turn into to YouTube and give us a view from there. John's thawing out. We've got oh, John, you want to see some? Are you still out there, John? Let me show you something really cool. Well, first let me find it. Uh-oh. There's no reason why she shouldn't be in her little bucket. I tell you what, I put all these little guys in their little buckets. I swear, I think at night, the reason why we're always out of rum is because the minis have parties and they drink all the rum. This is my newest opinion on that. Like, just like that. Like that particular mini, I showed it to everybody. And she was supposed to go back in her little bucket with her friend. There she is. She's totally in the wrong area. But when John comes back, I want to show him. She's one of the demos for the class that we're doing. Dave. Reaper Dave. Reaper Dave. I'm sorry, Dave.
Well, they've got the same first name.
I'm sorry. I meant Dave. Are you still out there, Reaper Dave? Reaper John on the brain, because I've been dealing with emailing him and everything, so it's just like stuck in my head there. See, I didn't remember something.
Shocker.
You watch them on both, including that. Oh, you are so sweet. Thank you for helping with the hours, Zelius. Thank you so much. That really helps you guys. Once we hit that point, then that means that something special happens over there. I don't know, because I don't manage all that. Hi, Use Your Wood. How are you doing? I need to get you money, don't I? Yeah, that's what that is. You're showing up in here. Are you drinking all the rum? Who's drinking all the rum? Definitely not the captain, I'll tell you that. Did you know there was a National Tequila Day? Oh, you're thawing out too. Are you in Texas? Use Your Wood? All right, so, oh, man. Like it froze? Oh. I'm so sorry, dude. I'm so sorry. And pools aren't cheap either. They really aren't. All right. So we kind of had a new thing going on. After all that discussion about pallets, I will give you the outcome on this idea of mine.
I think we're expecting warm weather in Texas.
I know, right? So, on the subject of using this underneath of it instead of the paper towel, that was to make it so that it didn't look like it had the stains. You got to make sure to really saturate it more. This is not as forgiving as the paper towels, so it doesn't really let as much water through to the palette paper. So I had to add a little bit more water. It does dry it out a little faster. Oh, he's your neighbor? Awesome. If he was my neighbor, I'd be scrounging around in his studio all the time. If he was my neighbor, he'd be in trouble.
I think you'd be scrounging around both their studios.
Yeah, I'd be scrounging around your studio too, Dave. The local game store has a guy that brings in boxes of all of his bits, right? And he's kind of a friend of mine. So he always tells me, oh, I put my bit boxes in the back. If you want to just go through them and, you know, take what you want, go on back there and scrounge. So when we had that power out, we decided to go to the game store. Because they had what? Yeah, because they had power and we didn't. But the back room where they store the bit boxes, before they put them out on the floor, there's no light in there. So I took my... Yeah, Geek said we lost power while we were there. So the owner of the store comes back and finds me with my phone shoved in my cleavage with the flashlight on down in the bit box, and I'm going through the bit box, and he's like, Captain, is there a reason why you don't come out front where, you know, we got the lights on and you can see? I just didn't think of it. Currently has nothing better to do while waking up. The total random YouTube video. Oh, well, that's awesome though, Zelius.
Well, keep going.
Keep going. We have 3,000 hours to go, Geek said. Yeah, probably. Well, hello, Scooter. How you doing, my friend? How you doing? Do you think I can get you to eat? No? Okay. Got it. Hang on just a second, guys.
Got it. You entertain the peoples.
Don't make that face at me.
I'll make my face at you with my face. My arrested gate face.
Arrested bitch face is what it is. Which I don't have. I don't have a resting bitch face. Don't pee in it. It'll contaminate my paint. Damn it. No. He's going to pee in my jar, he said. Oh, he better not. That would not be funny. Don't worry. Don't panic yourself, Dave. I had to go visit my grandmother for years when I was a kid, and I had to mind my P's and Q's. So it's okay. I will make sure to be right proper when we are doing that class for Reaper. Don't you even worry your little head about it. All right. That having been said, Scooter, don't encourage him.
You do.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you. Or not. That's not the water coming out of our faucet. Please tell me that's my paint pot, not the water. We just got the water done. Hi, Blade Mark. Well, hey, Jenna Elf. Oh, hi, sweetheart. How are you doing? It will sterilize the brushes. Look at you guys. Don't encourage him. He might just decide to squirt a little pee in one of those buckets. He's pretty sassy. He's pretty sassy. So I felt bad. We didn't get to, we were going to do a love gallery on Friday, and we didn't get to do that. And that was really disappointing, which means it's going to be super big. But, well, actually, Thursday's next. So you guys, you all got your information about the Squig Day. So if you guys been spreading that all around in all the different streams, I'm hoping that we will be able to raid folks that are doing all Squig art. Turbo, I'm not going to let you come over here to game if that's how you're going to be. So yeah, I'm hoping that, so we have a bonus stream on Thursday, and we're streaming squiggles. We're going to be painting some squigs. And I'm hoping to be able to raid people. We're going to do a squig gallery. So anybody who has squigs, whether you've painted them before, it doesn't matter if you've painted them, drawn them, sculpted them, wrote stories about them. I'm going to sing a little, raise them, and you want to show us your, baby pictures, whatever your relationship with the squigs is. Well, it has to be safe for work. Anyway, we're going to be doing a Squig Love Day, and hopefully we'll be able to raid people that are doing squig art all over the place. Oh, you might. I thought you might. I'm going to be starting one from scratch. I don't know which one of the very many I have. So let's see. I have, oh gosh, the Gremlin Squigs, the Lennian Squiggy, Gene Simmons. We have Glowy Bum Squig, like a glowworm. Glowy Bum. I think I'm going to do Glowy Bum Squig. Glowy Bum Squig, because I like OSL, so I think I'm probably going to do Glowy Bum Squig. And then we've got Mohawk Squig, Blue and Gold Macaw Squig, and then the Ziggy Stardust Squig. So more than likely we'll be doing Glowy Bum Squig in here. Hi, Dr. Rhino. How you doing? Hey, Trader, what's up? No squigs were harmed. That's right. No squigs were harmed during the filming of this stream.
Harm was caused by the squigs, though.
Yes, that is true. They can be a little bit much to handle. Let's see if we can get. She's kind of an intricate little gal, so I wanted to kind of see if I could get in just a wee bit closer, because we're going to work on some skin. Remember, I have to finish blocking in a few things that are fabric. Let me see where we're at. Oh, you can see her good. Okay. Oh, you went on a bike ride. Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely. I do love me a good bike ride. Oh, bike. Wait, bicycle or motorcycle?
I'm going to guess bicycle.
Oh, no, you guys, don't feed the people to the squigs. We won't have a bicycle today. Well, he has a motorcycle too, though. Process of making sauce painting, agree to dress in drag. Oh, he'd be handsome in drag, wouldn't he? for an unplanned charity event in the future. Oh, that is so good. I wouldn't mind seeing him in a pair of stockings with shaved legs. He is awful pretty. He is. I was just so stoked to be in there today, Dr. Rhino. He was seriously exactly what I needed at this time in my life. Geek was so happy that I dropped in there and learned that from him. Seriously. It was just really refreshing. I'm a little different and kind of, I wouldn't say against the grain, but different from what's happening. And so it was just really nice to meet somebody that was so different from a lot of what's happening. We are going to continue on this skin. And so Samini is out there. So Samini, what I am missing is the colors, right? So where the colors from what the surrounding environment will be. So right now we are like just that base color. And what's missing is, she has green in the shadows and all that good stuff. Purple in the shadows. But now what is missing is the light that comes from the surrounding situation, right? No, Valfera. Hello, Valfera. Squigs are not food. Squigs are friends. Squigs say grots are food, not friends. That's what Bruce says. Bruce, our squig, who... Is Bruce still in the photo booth? No, there he is. Bruce became a desk buddy. I really kind of liked that one. Excuse my pants, you guys. I probably should have wore a longer t-shirt. These pants tend to ride a little, and my bum's got a little big during COVID, so it fills out my jeans a wee bit differently. So these actually are my larger jeans, and normally I don't fit in these. These are just baggy, saggy, and terribly ugly, but I am currently filling them out. Yes. All right, so this guy is Bruce Valfera. No, yes, grots are food, not friends. That's what Bruce says. So there was a poll in the Patreon for what we should name him, and Bruce won. And Bruce ended up on, I believe this is Orthober's plinth. One of the first ones that I ever had. Either squigs or mimics. One of them has to be food. Oh, Occult would cry. Did you guys see that Occult has a mimic up for adoption? It looks like his work. Yeah, that's what I thought too. And it became a mini holder for me. I couldn't put anything on it because I don't know. It's a relief to my hand to change the size of the mini holders. So, the squigs cannot be food. Mimics, Occult would have our butt if we made mimics into food. But you guys, Occult has, so she was doing a commission, one of the big boxes, the dice mimics. She was doing a commission, and whoever it was that was supposed to pick it up did not come through, and so he's up for adoption, just to let you guys know. And he's beautiful. Oh my gosh, he's beautiful. Yes, Samini said yes. Okay, I want to see what Samini said. That's what I thought. I figured when you looked at it and you said getting there, I was like, oh, I'm missing the color. I'm missing the colors. Where is that mouse? There it is. Okay, let me just go up here, make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, that's just you guys talking about squigs are food. For the vermin lords. For the vermin lords. All right, so let's see. Environment. We're going to put her environment colors in. Now, she is not in his environment. He is in his own environment. He is on the other side of the world where it's cold. Don't say Texas. He's not in Texas. This is a Texas gorilla. No, he's like, over in Alaska or something like that. End of the world, mayhem situation, right? And she is more in the desert area with her friend that has the tape on her nipples, because when you're fighting in the desert, you wear tape on your nipples. I mean, just in case nobody ever told you, okay? You know, mini skirts and your panties hanging out, tape on your nipples, you know, torn up stockings. These sort of things are the things that happen when the world comes to an end and you have to fight in the desert. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm looking forward to it. So there. That having been said, let's get some color on the palette. Desert's going to be some yellow ochre. We're definitely going to need, and I lost my yellow ochre, so I'm just going to grab my second one. There we go. We'll just grab this one, which is actually yellow ochre. The other one is golden yellow or something. But we're going to need some of that. Probably a little bit of translucent yellow wouldn't be half bad. You know, a lot of sunshine. Okay, well, either way you look at it, he's wherever the lights are blue and she's wherever the lights are yellow. We'll go with that. We'll go with that. All right. And let's get this little guy focused right there. We're going to do a little bit of that. I'm going to use so I'm actually looking for a sunburn Simini. Simini never uses the well, this is like a pinkish, but wow, see, it did it again. Too much water. I'm gonna have to get used to this, you guys. This is kicking my butt. Kicking my butt. Okay, I forgot. Hang on. I forgot to I used to do it every time, take the excess water off. Then I got this formula down, but now we're changing things. Hi, Acid. How you doing, doll? How you doing? Okay. I feel bad. I was going to send Acid a freaking squig, and life got the better of me, and there was a lot to do on the agenda, and oh, yep, that. But love what I do, and what I do loves me. Oh, thank you, Valfera. It's a wreck today. I really appreciate that. Yeah, it wouldn't cooperate with me. It was just like, so I just sort of kind of just decided not to worry about it because I had to paint. I was like, oh, I've been making it really cute for everybody, you know, like doing my hair and everything. I'm glad that you like it. I'm working on growing it out. I saw some pictures of myself when my hair was longer, and I really kind of like it. And since I did the whole mohawk thing about a year ago, I thought, you know, I'd grow it out and go with the long hair thing for a while. And I found my wigs too. In finding my wigs, I can just pretty much wear whatever. Well, mohawk wig isn't too cool, but I can wear my short wigs, you know, and all the colors like, you know, green and whatever. So, oh, are you still having trouble with it from our exorbitantly long stream? Acid. He was having trouble with his shoulders from that. Simini, this is a peach, like a pinky peach color. I was gonna use it in with the ochre to get that sun glow. I kind of want there to be a sunburn, so I figured that really, really thin pigment, you know, when we take the red and thin it really, really thin, that's what should be added as the sunburn, and not to try to mix like skin color pink and put it on as a sunburn. It just didn't seem like that was gonna work. So I hope I have the right idea on that. Your mom's been working on it. Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, that's good to hear. Actually, the new one just called us over here too. So who is where the lights are red? She's red. Oh, they're still in a box, Zelius. They're still in a box. They're for another project. I cannot touch them until I have something worked out. And I'm working on it. I'm working on it. So, yeah. So what I've been doing is using, I just want to show you guys, not fire red. I've been building a little, you'll notice she has quite a bit of red in her skin, right? And I've been building very, I'm talking like dirty water thin layers of the red. And the red that I'm using actually that's working really good for that is Blood Red by Reaper. It applies a very natural, almost a floral red. You want to go? Well, the girls in the red light area are cyberpunk Zelius. I have them in a box behind me. And then also what was working pretty darn good for the shadow area for that was a color called Deep Red by Reaper. Now that color's got a little bit of blue, so it's kind of cold. So it works really good in the shadows that are, you know, lower and on the other side of the sun on the body. And that didn't get a shake, so that was bad, Captain. I'm back to ordering the mixer again, the paint mixer, because I had to send the one back that was broken. Very thin layer with the red. Yeah, and I did notice that, Simini. Like, I had to really thin it, like super, super thin to put it on there. But I tried, like, you know, making it pink flesh tone, and oh, that looked really bad. And then I tried like a brick red, and then it ended up kind of pasty, and that was really bad. So I've actually painted the skin. You'll notice that I got the breasts. I don't have the highlights conceptualized yet. I'm still struggling, you know, with those really intense highlights that are going to make those boobies pop. But I at least got, the shadow doesn't look like mud anymore, and I at least got a gradient, you know, from the light to the shadow. But those highlights that pop every time I try to do them, yeah, they look like somebody pretty much just painted. I don't know what I don't know. I've tried thin paint. I've tried wet blending. I'm still working on it. I'm going to get it. Make them boobies pop. That's right. Needs to be quoted. We do. Who's not a fan of facial hair? Oh, you are not a fan of facial hair? But then... He's not a fan of facial hair, but then it grew on him. You guys kill me. Seriously. Oh, and I tried ink, Semini. It was way too thick. Woo! Yeah, that was a bad sunburn. That was bad. That was red light district right there. Yes, we should do a booby session. We definitely should, Semini. We should. I should do a booby session. Wait, TOS. Okay, so, same problem with this guy's skin. So I'm working on getting the areas on his skin, like where you don't see these like chopped lines. So it's like rolling instead of chunk, chunk, chunk. You see how it's chunky, chunky, chunk, chunk. And I guess it's fine for an action figure. Save it for the Patreon. Thanks, Acid. Thanks. And and then I made these disgusting muddy abs. It was very exciting. So yeah, I'm working on it. It's a little bit frustrating. And here's the weird part. If any one of these guys could be chocolate, then it all goes away. What I'm trying to do is figure out what is it that I understand when I'm making the chocolate colored skin or the caramel colored skin, and then I get, you know, regular. I want these guys to be like redhead skin. Well, not particularly her, but like my lady running around with the duct tape on her nipples. She needs to be a freckle gal. So there's that. I ordered some parchment paper, you guys, right? Oh, hang on. I've got to get one of the containers of my my painty paint stuff. Oh, please be there. You're not there. Then you must be here. The retarder. There was a pan that had all that Reaper paint in it. But we're going to do this for prizes, I think, because to be perfectly honest with you, I won't use as much paint in it. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. What is this? That's you seen a giant silver baking geometry with wings in it?
Yes.
Oh, where?
It's over by the microwave.
Oh, that has the pink part. I sent the first one that I opened last year. I sent one of these to Luca in the box.
And he got done with it in a month.
Oh, I'm sure he's probably loving it. He hasn't said anything to me about it, but he was really grateful. I forgot to get him the, I'm going to send him some of the unicorn snot, whatever it's called, that,
Unicorn spit?
the stuff that's from, Monument. Dave was saying that it's really good to, clean the brushes. So is a,
Isn't that unicorn spit?
I don't know. Is it unicorn spit, you guys? What's the name of the brush cleaner that Monument Paints has? And while we're talking about that, when Dark Virtue shows up, if you could get an address from him, I need to send him a container of that.
Okay.
We owe him a container of that. Drunken brush goop. And the guys were saying that that was working really good and keeping the heads of the brushes really nice. And so this helps too. Trader says, hey.
Hey, Trader.
Gentastic's Drunken Brush Goop. Okay. Yeah, I was hearing, oh, hello, Dextrose. Hello. This helps, I think, with the conditioning of my brushes too. I've noticed that since I started using this regularly, we're going to have, so I was feeling like, so we're getting ready to, the videos. I kind of got a new medication going on, and it's stabilizing, and the videos are supposed to be being launched today.
They will be.
Hopefully they will be. I fell asleep. I apologize. So Geek is taking over for me. And the guys are going to finish that up and get those out there. And this is because, so we are the first weekend in March, we're doing those chibi eyes. So I made a video from an old video. This is just the beginning. Not our best work, not my best session. We're really just working out the kinks in editing the videos and getting them out there to you guys. All right, so today we're going to work on a little skin and a little true metallic metal. I got her arm is not much like skin, actually. Metal needs to have the colors of the things that are around it. So right now I'm just building the blue steel and where the highlights are, and then we'll come in with what the surroundings are going to be, which in this case she's kind of standing where there's a lot of mud, so there's probably going to be, brown reflecting in this, and then there's a lot of sun coming from the sky, so probably really intense white highlights and a little gold just to give that warm feeling. So I'm not going to the spaces are extremely small. I'm not going to get crazy and overwhelm my metal with colors, because then you lose the fine detail and the fine points. So when I'm painting true metallic metal, if the object, this is just one arm on a person or her face, is so tiny, I try to isolate how big I make the light and the reflection of all of the colors around. Otherwise, that's what it ends up about instead of about the metal. And you guys know, I really like a little metal. Her eye dried really good. Let me put my hood on and see if we got that little crack. I might even be able to. Did I wear my hood upstairs? Hang on. I think I might have. I have some of these very bad habits that probably I need to work on. One of which is I will leave my hood on my head, and I will leave the studio, go to the bathroom, go to the kitchen, and I only have the one hood.
You lose your hood?
I think I might have gone upstairs with it. I didn't
I'll go check.
Just,
I don't know where it is.
Right, all right. Like my dad said, you know where it is? No, and it's lost. Maybe check that downstairs bathroom first because I might have set it on the side of the sink. Sorry, guys. Although I do have to admit that... Oh, never mind, Geek. It's in the location it's not supposed to be. I was going through the pony box. All right, so let's see here. I want to see if we got that crack in the eye that I was kind of looking to get or not. I don't like it to pull my hair either. Okay, let us take a peek-see. Okay, this time it did not make it, but that's okay. Like I said, it's kind of a hit and miss thing depending on how the paint dries. But it's kind of cool when you do get that that little crack right in the paint across the eye if you're making a cyber eye, because it absorbs more of the paint, so the center of your cyber eye looks like really dark. It's cool. Hello, Wally Watto. How you doing? How you doing? Let me see how the metallic is on there. Okay, I'm going to need a little bit of... I'm using this Payne's Gray ink to create my shadows on her metal. It's also what I'm using. I'm thinning it and using just a touch of steel blue in it to create the blue. The Payne's Gray, if you... Uh-oh, I got a little pink on her arm. Boo-boo. The Payne's Gray is what I made really thin and put on the back side of the steel where there's going to be a really, deep shadow. And then I used a little bit of steel blue thinned. And that created the blue that's in the steel. And then depending on where it is, like if it's in a shadow, then I will make it, add a little bit of that Payne's Gray and make it deeper. In here, this is like pure Payne's Gray ink. So it looks like a black shadow, but it's not. So just so that you guys know. And then these highlights, I took a tiny bit of white ink and I thinned it. And I added that white ink to Monument's metallic medium. And then I created a few higher highlights with it. Really thin, like super, super thin. Pretty darn good, Wally. Pretty darn good. So we're just kind of working up. Notice, like, for example, we've got this arm here, and then she's got this green fabric. Also, like right here is orange, and it's next to the metal. These are little areas we're going to have to think about adding a little bit of color. Now, the good news is that the color of her skirt is also the color of the trees that are in the background of her. They are evergreens, and so that's going to work out really good. So there's just a little bit. I'm not talking about getting crazy with it. Just a little bit. I'm gonna get my favorite brush here that I have right now. I sent all my fave brushes are going off to the factory. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. Are you guys excited about that? I'm excited about that. All right. Okay, so we want to get out. Darn it. I'm just not doing good with the palette today. Look at that. Too much water on top. I don't know. I can't seem to find that balance. We're going to need some of that metallic medium. And that's this. Oh gosh, if you guys ever got something that makes the most fantastic highlight for metallic, that's it. You got to thin it. You don't want that globby, glittery look, right? So we're going to need a little bit of that. And then the color I was using for the steel, I was testing the Reaper metallic, because someone had mentioned that. Actually, I'm not doing any metallic rubbing, but they had mentioned that the Reaper metallics were pretty good. So I thought, okay, well, I'll give those a try. The color is very steel-like. It's shadowed steel. It thins good, it goes on good and everything, but my preference still in the Steel blue, I really kind of like the black. It's a dark blackish metallic made by, oh, it's not here. It's made by Monument, and it is a dark metallic. I think they call it dark silver. Yep, dark silver. This is the one I like. This is my fave for like making steel blue. I like to use this one. I like the very coal color of it. It thins really good, and then I add a little blue to that, and sometimes I'll add a little bit. If I want to lift the silver in it, I'll add a little bit of their regular silver to it to get it. But I really like the tone of it. So it's pretty much my favorite. I, for the longest time, used craft paint for the steel blue because there's this one you can buy by Folk Art that is beautiful blue steel color. Maybe we'll put a little of this out there. Let me see what it looks like up next to it. So it is less gray. Want to see? Here, I'll show you. It has this is a little more gray, and this is a little more charcoal. Might be why I like it. In actuality, it almost looks like it has a little Payne's gray paint in it, so that's probably why I am partial to it. Whereas this looks more like, you know, that steel slate gray with the metallic in it. The one that is shadow gray by Reaper is definitely colder, I think, when you compare them. Let me take a look at that for just a second. Yes, the shadowed gray by Reaper is definitely cooler. But by the time that I add the blue to the other one, it's not the one I'm using anyway. That's the reason I chose the shadowed gray when I saw it on the rack, was because it had that very cool steel look to it, and I wanted to get cool because it's a nice complement to the heat that's in the area where she is. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is probably bring the shadows on the metallic of her mask down. Also, I need to paint the mask that is the goggles. And I'm torn because I feel like painting on black would be generic, but at the same time, I don't know. I feel like maybe if I don't like it, I can come back and paint over it brown and make it leather. I just feel like, you know, I'm looking at all the colors and how they are coming together really nicely, and how they complement the hair. And I don't want to lose the depth because of using a color that might be inadequate. And I do think a leather brown might work really good because it's kind of orange. And then if I didn't like it, maybe come back with the black. I've got a very nice burnt red, or we'll go with this one, burnt orange. That's what I'm kind of using in the shadows on her blouse. I also have that leather beastie brown, but see, it's so close to her skin. That's the problem, is that the skin's got so much tan going on. What I don't want to do is make her clothing look like her skin. So that seems like it would be a little off. So let's just put a little bit of that over here in this corner. Let's just try it on for size. Sometimes I will give something a little paint love, and then if I don't like it, I can kind of go back over it. But I really have been conflicted about the color for... I thought about blue, you know, but then I thought, man, if I paint anything blue on her, it's just going to take away from everything. Because her arm is just really standing out quite nicely right now. So the idea is to utilize, you know, colors and shadows and all of that, so we can get, you know, as much dimension and depth from her as we can. As much pop without completely taking away from what's going on. But it's one of the reasons why her gun is kind of plain. So I just kind of left that for last because it's in the foreground to see what we would get from it. This is a little bit tedious. Hopefully my visor doesn't... Oh, my visor is in your way. Hold on. Hang on. I'm going to focus you in. There we go. Multiple lenses here. Oh, I think I might have my, I do. Hang on. I got to change lenses, guys. I have my... Those were my close-ups. There we go. There we go. Now I can back up a little bit so that I'm not blocking you guys with my lenses. There we are. You guys hear music? Is there music? Or are you guys in silence out there?
Good.
Weird, I never hear it anymore. Yeah. Good choice. It works. It works really good. So you got that leather effect on the part that goes over her eyes, which is really nice. See? Oh, it's louder than usual? The music is a little bit loud, Geek. Can you turn it down? So then, after I do that, I could take the black and catch the very rim around the yellow. And that will really make the yellow lenses stand out really good. But I got to try really diligently not to get the color, as in the black, in the yellow lens. And what do? Paint black in the yellow lens, of course. Now, if you have a brush standing by that you keep damp, you can get that immediately. As long as you get your paint immediately, it lifts pretty good. Oh yeah, that was the good choice. So when you're painting these guys, I was telling everybody the last time we were here, one of the things that'll help you with lines is tiny lines. Instead of trying to drag the brush a great distance and make a long line, try making a bunch of very tiny lines that connect together. And you might find that the lines that you try to make straight come out a lot straighter. Oof, that's a tiny, tiny little bit. Okay, now, whoop, I do not want to get that paint that I have on my hand all over her. All right, let's see here. Now, where is my... I got the tiniest bit of black on the lens. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in for that highlight color of metallic, the medium. I'm going to use the side of the brush. I'm going to hold her at an angle and I'm going to tap the very edge. It's a very fine line around the side that is the side with the light. So it's going to create a ring, edge highlight. Then I'm going to go in there and I'm going to get that dark silver that they have, right? And I'm going to do the opposite side away from the light. I'm using the side of the brush and an ugly brush because it's metallics, but it does still have a good side on it even though it's an ugly brush. And I'm just tapping a wee bit of the retarder so you can kind of get, it's going to make a difference, I think, on the total visual when we are all done. So Minnie wants me to stop touching my miniature, so I'm trying. I'm trying not to touch the paint unless I know it's an area that specifically I can smooth with my finger. Sometimes there's a reason for it, but I do it too much. And you can peel the paint with your finger, just to let you know. Also, contaminate your Minnie. Contamination. It's like bacteria. It's very, very little bit, but it's really good. So then, because it's such a tiny, tiny area, I will be able to take like pure white as soon as I find it. There it is. And just put the tiniest little sparkle on the rim of her goggles. It's a little tiny, tiny. Right on the side where the light's coming in. So we get a nice white highlight right there. Right on the side, right there. And then when you look at them, you'll see just a little bit of reflection there. Now, once that white dries, I'll drag that metallic medium over it so it has, you know, the shiny effect to it. It only takes it really seconds to dry. White dries really quickly. Sorry. Had to get in there. There we go. right, and then when we're done with that, we'll come back for that translucent yellow so that you make sure you get, she's already got some glaze on it, but then if we do another layer of translucent yellow and another glaze, it'll really make the goggles pop. And we're going to need a little bit of translucent yellow. We're going to use a little bit of that for glazing anyway. Very, very thin, you know, for the sunlight. But we're going to really thin it down. So over here with the yellow. Even for these goggles, I'm going to like really thin it. And I don't really paint a terribly thin layer, so I kind of put a dollop on each of them and then come back with the brush after I wipe it, the excess off. And then I'll come back and get another little layer on there. It's kind of a little bit, got a little recess, so I kind of fill the little recess with it. And it's just going to make those goggles a little bit stronger in their yellow, so we get just a little bit more lift out of that. Being as, you know, we want everything around her face to have, you know, some of that popping happening. Now we're going to paint another layer of the color that we used for the leather, that red orange that we used here. I'm going to put a second layer. I want to make sure I get all the areas that need to be painted. And I want the color to have a lot of nice depth. 2 or 3 thin layers is far superior to 1 thick one. So if you wonder about that, instead of putting on 1 thick layer, put on 2 or 3 really thin layers of a color to get your base. You might find that you're getting a little more depth out of what you're doing. Now I'm going to take a wee bit of the pink color. It's a kind of a peach. And I'm going to mix that as the highlight. Actually, you know what we'll do? Where's that ochre? Where'd that ochre go? We'll pull the ochre out. Oh, I didn't put it on the board. Mix it with ochre. That's even better. So we'll take a little bit of that because, you know, sun and yellow. So we'll take a little bit of this leather color. And a little bit of the ochre. I'm going to mix them together. I kind of want to color in between those two. There we go. And I'm going to get a little drop or two of the water with the retarder in it. And right on the side where we've got the light coming in, right here by her eye, I'm just going to go ahead and kind of very gently. It's a real soft little glaze, but I'm going to lighten up this side of the leather. And just a little bit right here too. Now, it doesn't really show right now. I'm a lot closer to her than you are, but trust me, as we build that, it's going to make a difference. The other thing we're going to have to do is take a little bit of the ink that we're using, and we got to thin that. And we're going to use, that's the Payne's Gray. And we're going to come in here on this mask. Let me make sure you guys are in focus. Okay, looking pretty good. And right along this area where she's got these brads in her face, I'm going to add a little bit more depth by glazing in some Payne's Gray. Right by the eye there, because the shadows are coming this way. The other thing I'm going to do is very carefully, very carefully, she says. Hold on. I don't want to get that on the skin. Hang tight. The object was not to get it on the leather. Okay, so coming back, very thin brush, thinned ink, and what I want to do is I want to just get this very fine line where the goggles are up against the metal. Not a lot, just a little. And a little bit thicker right there because of the way the light is coming in. And I do want to get a little bit on our nose right there. And a little bit back here. Now, although this is the side that has the shadow, I still come in here with the highlight metal. I kind of like to bring the metal up and make it a little more obvious. I thinned this a little, and I'm just going to touch the very top of what looks like staples, kind of holding this on her face with the side of a very, very small brush. So they pop out like that a little bit more. There you go. I did that same thing on this side here. Woo, there we go. See where this is the highlighted side though. This is where the sun's coming in. But on this side, I still went ahead and made those. Now I'll come in and the one that's right at the top, I'll kind of bring that one back down a little bit. But I like to make the areas of metal very obvious. You know, like it's really obviously metal. Metal has shiny spots even in areas that are pretty dark. It really does. It's a pretty weird guy. So we'll pick up a little bit of that shadow that we were using. And we'll come back in here and on this top one, we'll just give it a little glaze and bring it down, calm it down a little bit. So that the two lower ones will have more light and that one will have less. See now, when looking at her, how that mask kind of separates itself from the metal now instead of looking like it's oozing onto the metal. We can come back in here and get those little highlights again now. Get a wee bit of that lighter leather color. A little bit here. I'm going to grab a wee bit of ochre and I'm going to put a little bit of highlight right there and just a little bit of the other color and just kind of pull those edges. This highlight won't be as crazy. Tiny bit of that straight ochre. Go back for the medium color. It was our first highlight, and just blend those little edges. They are so tiny. We're going to blend them down a little bit again. Now we do need to kind of make it stand out, so we got to find that real happy medium where eventually we're going to put that color on and it's going to be just right. I'm going to do that right here. A much smaller one right here. There we go. Now I think you can see it. Now the other thing we have to do, because those goggles stand up off her head, is take that same orange color and you can put a little bit of warm black in it. You can put a little bit of deep brown in it. Her pants are mahogany brown. I'm trying to stay away from any of the browns that I used in the mixture of her skin, but her pants are the mahogany, so the mahogany probably would work really good. And we'll put a little bit of that on the palette, and you're gonna again little bit of distilled water, and you're gonna thin that. You see that there? Hold on, there it is. Here, we're gonna thin it. We want thin, also very gently dragging out with your brush so that you're not doing a crazy mixing job with your brush. And we're going to come in here on the opposite side of those goggles, and we're going to apply that shadow. So the light is coming in like so. And so we've got that little highlight that's making those goggles start to stand up like off the head there. And the highlight also on the goggle itself. So you can see the sun's coming from there. So on the other side, then there's going to be shadow. So we want to use that deeper brown to blend in that shadow. And what that's ultimately going to do is like really make the goggles pop up. Give me just a second to put this in, and then I'll check on chat again. And you want to keep the shadow a cusp. So it's thin. As the light comes across this, it's going to be thin on each side where the light is coming across it. But as the light hits it, that shadow will come down a little bit more, like a thumbnail moon, I think is the name of the moon that's shaped like crescent moon. I'm sorry. Crescent moon. A really small sliver. And just wait what happens when you add those shadows, those dynamics to that, what ends up going on. I shall show you, you shall see. I actually had my coffee in a stream this morning. Do you guys know that? Do you believe that? Do you believe it? I made a stream this morning. Like seriously, one that captivated me. All right, now, boom. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. So now you see it. The other thing we're going to do is go back and put the smallest amount of that base, the base color you used. So you don't just want these gnarly ass choppy shadows in places. So by using a color that's a little mixture of the shadow, you can come in here and you can just kind of calm it down a little bit in some areas so you don't get a chop. You don't want to chop. And boom. And there. Yep, that's right. All right. Let's go. Let's look at that closely so you guys can see, because she's really tiny. There, you see it? See how that works? Now, do you see how the leather, the piece that's hooked to it, do you see how it looks thick now? Like, instead of it looking, I don't know, like it was painted on her head, it actually looks kind of thick, like a thick piece of leather attached to the goggles. There we go. Oh, hey, idiot. Were you in here earlier? Did I miss you? Oh, my gosh. Hello, Sauce. I was just about to talk about him. I was just about to talk about you. What is up, dude? See, look. You should have just lurked for a while. I was telling him earlier. Oh, yes. So I heard, oh, my gosh. I heard the most amazing thing. I heard that you were going to cross-dress and shave your legs and wear stockings. I'll buy the fishnets, man. You'd be adorable cross-dressing. Yeah, I heard you were for some big event that's happening, right? That's awesome. I'm like so down for that. That's amazing. That's so amazing. You're not blushing. Oh, I bet you have great legs. I'm serious. You got the jaw for the great legs. Like the jaw and the legs usually go, they do, hand in hand. Generally speaking. You were so sweet this morning. I had the best time this morning with my coffee. Oh my gosh, I'm serious. That was just so, and I told the manager, and he was stoked. He was really, really glad that I bumped into you and that I had the opportunity to hear that from somebody that's in the industry. You know, as in somebody who's actually like a painter in the industry, not to mention having been a DJ. And the whole thing with the phone and checking on your stocks, I loved it. I loved it. It was so, oh gosh, it was chic. It was chic. It was good. Oh, really? Yeah. Oh no, I can imagine, Dr. Rhino. I can imagine. Yeah, you guys should have told me about him sooner. Like, seriously? You're pro acrylic red now. Oh. Well, I will tell you what. You're pro acrylic red and you are easy on the eyes. You are well spoken. You're a good painter. You're a great entertainer. You were just really good for me. And I seriously, man, I appreciate you. I do. 100%. I will be back with coffee in tow. You betcha. He is very handsome. You have a beautiful jaw. An absolutely lovely jaw. Oh, great jaw, beautiful color eyes. Also, nose. I'm a real nose person. Fantastic nose. I like the arc. Sometimes people's noses are too small. I don't really know if I think any noses are too big. I pretty much like noses. You have a great nose. But yes, and you were just so nice. So all of the above. Yes, I am Dr. Rhino. I am. You betcha. Oh, I am. It's very, very mutual. All right. So now, before we get like all excited here. Oh, did you get a shout out? So, I forgot to tell you guys. I'm sorry. I really am wanting to work on this model. I apologize if I have not been like interactive enough, you guys. So, what was I going to say? Oh, yes. Shout yourself out, please. Dr. Rhino, share whatever charity you have coming up. Idiot Painter, Sauce, Acid, anybody, if you stream or you have an Instagram picture you want to share with everybody, please. On Tuesdays, we do all the sharing in the chat. Sauce, I'd like it very much if you dropped into the Discord and put something in what's called the Stream Love Gallery, because I would very much like to share your work and your channel on Friday. Friday's our biggest night. And we do a lot of love sharing. We share other streamers. We share everybody's work. We do a little CNC. I get to catch up on what people are working on. So if you would be so kind as to drop some work in the Love Gallery, I would absolutely love to show off your work and share your channel with people. That would be great. Does he? Yeah, I'm just getting really active in the Discord. I dig the Discord. Turbo, look at you. Here you are, one of my main crew members this whole time. You should have told me about Sauce. This Saturday, okay. Yeah, you should share that, Dr. Rhino. You should share that. And let's see, Saturday. So Thursday is Squig Day. This Saturday is not a thing. I think I'm studio. This is a studio Saturday. So Dr. Rhino, if you can send me a direct message, like, before you go live, in Instagram, in Discord, both of them, I will host you. Because I don't stream on Saturday. You're going to play chess. Cool. No, yeah, that'd be great. We have to save the chubby unicorns. I mean, what would the world be without the chubby unicorns? You know how I feel about those guys. Yeah, I love me a chubby unicorn. I was asking you, Dr. Rhino, did you ever go look up the baby unicorn playing? He's like viral out there. You just got to look up like a baby unicorn plays and then and watch. He jumps around like a baby goat. It's the cutest thing you've ever seen in your life. Don't be drinking anything when you're watching. It'll come out through your nose. Hey, Shark in the Box. How are you? We're talking about rhinos, the chubby unicorns, and praising the amazing entertainment of Sauce. And talk. Oh, and we have Squig Day. So Thursday, we're just supposed to whoever's out there that wants to do squig art. Yeah, all day we're gonna try to raid anybody who's working on. Everybody's gonna try to raid another person who's working on squigs. Green Eye Creations is gonna be doing squigs. She's from Studio J. She's the one that's with Studio J's studio. Thank you, Blade Mark. Did I miss you, doll? I said hi, didn't I? I don't like it when I miss anybody. especially my mods. All right. So back to this gal. I'm going to have to do something about the skin. Yeah, all the squig art. You can start something new. You can start something new. And today is share your work or your channel or whatever in the chat. So if you want to share work or your channel, you guys go right ahead on Tuesday. That's what we do. And please, Sauce, put something in the love gallery. For reals, dude. I want to show off. I want to show off what you got. I know.
Oh, the video is good. I'm uploading it now.
That's
Patreon.
Look beautiful.
You are.
Like that look with the hood and the hair on the side like the clown. Okay, you are?
Yep.
Oh, it's good. There's two of them, right?
So the first one was the first edit. That's how we were showing you what he was.
So that was like an example. Okay. Oh, okay. Good.
Placeholder. And the second one, there's the scrolls and the.
Okay. Okay.
Across. It's rough, but it's.
But I was rough. Yeah. So, but there's two. Correct?
One.
Okay, so I didn't communicate well.
So there was two videos. One was a short video. That was, this is how things are going to look. Then there was the long video, which was part one.
Okay, so part two's not done.
Exactly.
Okay, all right. Okay, so it ends with we're ready to put the irises in.
Yes.
Okay, that's where it's supposed to end, is we've got all the black painted around the outside, and then the white is in the middle, and then we're ready to paint the iris. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. You know how I don't like it if I don't greet somebody. Especially if they say hi. It's always like, oh, I feel like an ass later. All right. So, we are going to put in this cyber eye. We do need... Okay, so one of the things I found out that happened was like some of the colors turned darker. So, we don't have like enough lift in the hair highlights here, as you can see. See that? So, I'm going to have to come back in there and lift those a little more. It's a wee bit dark. But what I want to do is get the cyber eye in, and then I need, you'll notice that I've got like just too much dark on the skin on this side of her face. And it's just like, it's kind of flat and all one solid color. And I need to fix that because it's bothering me. So, and probably her chest will look a little better if I were to change her jewelry into the colors it's supposed to be as well. But first, the cyber eye. Okay, and what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to take the specific color. Very specific. It is vermilion. You know, it does not say vermilion. I do believe that it says it's called folkstone. Okay, but it is vermilion orange. It is an ink. Hi, Misko. How are you? Oh, very nice. Okay, there. You got ice cream out of the deal? Well, that's... Can't go wrong there, huh? I'm going to use such a small amount. Kiefer does not understand. Hello. Seriously, like, I probably shouldn't even put that much on my palette. So, when they're looking forward, the iris is not in the middle. I need to put it a little bit closer to the nose. Okay. I want to make sure she's looking straight at me. I use this color on my cyber eyes a lot because I don't know, there's just something about it. Oh, there is a crack in the paint. It's very small. You can't even hardly see it. Okay, well, let me focus in for you guys. That keeps, I don't know. The next setup is not going to be, hold on. Next setup is not going to be, I know when I pull that down, that's like right in my face. I apologize, but she is so tiny, you guys. Like all of her little details. So center the eye by moving a little bit closer to the nose. And we got to let that dry. Are you watching the chat, Geek?
Not exactly.
Oh, thank you for that follow, Sir Kebab. Sir Jakob. Well, that one. Sir Jakob, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that.
It's Yakub, which is
Yakub.
Middle Eastern for Jacob, depending on where you're from.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to sneak a little bit of white just to kind of trim. Jakob, thank you for the follow. Oh, I see. You're talking to someone. Okay, so now what I'm going to do with the white is I'm going to come in here very carefully and I'm going to trim, because the opening of the eye area on this, so I actually carved some of the face out for this a little bit, you guys. I'm just going to trim a little bit off of that on each side. It's very tedious, but the reason I'm doing it, I'll show you. It's little itty bitty teeny tiny. There we go. To create a little spot just about this size. So I don't want that to be overwhelming, the orange, because we're going to come in here and make sure that's not wet. We're going to come in here and we are going to use the yellow to create some glow. Kebab is also acceptable. Thank you very much, Jakob. I'm glad that you like it. So now we're going to take a little bit of that. We don't want to use the good brush, but we're going to take our ugly brush. We'll take a little bit of that vermilion. I do mean, like, the vermilion is so powerful, you guys. You want to take a tiny bit of that vermilion. Actually, what we can do is just pick up some of the clear. And you want to come over to the vermilion, and we are going to make a super light orange. It's going to be really bright because this vermilion is an ink. So, and then we want to really thin that out. You want that to be thin. Probably more yellow. So you're looking for more of a yellow-orange color. Then what we're going to do is over the vermilion, okay, and over the white of the eye in the cyber eye, and right around the where we made the opening for it. Let me take a look here for just a second. I have to come in. Oh, this is the hardest part. Okay, I have to break out. There's something that I'm forgetting. All right. I'm gonna debate this. I don't know that it will be necessary, and I can glaze. I can put the line in there after I glaze if I want. So I'm going to avoid the black that goes around the outside of the eye. So this is in the silver mask that she's wearing. Let's just take a look at this for a second. Okay, it looks really weird. You see how weird it looks? But you want, she's very small. When you pull her back, it doesn't look like that. So we're gonna pull her back to where you're looking at her, say from that 12 or 18 inches, right? And we want to be able to see that orange. So what we do is we use this really bright yellow orange that we've made, and I come in here. There you are. And we're going to paint a thin layer over the eye, and then it's going to look, you know, a little weird, right? It's also going to cause the orange vermilion to turn a little bit brighter orange. It dries pretty quickly. Come back in with a little bit more of that. And we're going to get it outside the eye onto the metal. Down the nose. And on this high spot on the cheek and right across the eyebrow. Now, what would look good is that spot right over the eye with a small black line on it. But now you can see how she's got this cyber eye effect. It blended right out into the metal. It dropped back into the metal. And then the glow of it created the reflection on the metal, which gives it more depth. Pulling her back, she probably will need, in order to make it pop considerably, I'm going to pull out the best of the, the best of the brushes. Good night, Zelius. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Yes, they will be in there on Friday. The eyeball brush. Oh, Jacob, you're Mexican. That is ironic. That is. Okay. We're going to get into the black over here. You know, this isn't really the kind of thing you want to have to do twice. So, just in case my camera gets finicky. The eye poker. Hi, Kakita. How are you? Sometimes when using an extremely fine brush and extremely small amounts of paint, you'll find that you get dry tip. So one of the things that I do is I get a little bit of that brush retarder out and I utilize it by putting it on the brush. It keeps my brush from drying out as quickly. Gives me a little more time to steady my hands and get a fine line in place. Okay, I just need to get this one right here. Oh, I don't think you guys are in focus on this, and I apologize. Let me try that for you. There you go. Is that right? Did I get you? There she is. Yeah, well, this close. Paquita, close. It's a double lot. Boom. Okay. So the object of that is this. Yeah, you know, it depends. It depends. The tip on that one is so good that it's amazing. There. So what we ended up doing, as you can see, there's a couple of lines in the middle. Now, do you see the difference that made? So that gave it more reflection at the bottom of the eye by breaking that up and putting the line that's down there. It also brought the brow, the shadow of the brow over the eye by just that one little tiny fine black line. So that it just doesn't look like it's, you know, metal smearing over the top of her face. You know, you can now see the shadow, how it caused that brow to drop. Before I started, you'd have to go back on this video. It was actually just the part I carved it out, and it was just painted white when I started. But I think you can see kind of, I think if you look at my Instagram, Kakita, I carved the eye out with a razor knife on this one so that I could have a little more space to work with to get this cyber eye the way I wanted it. But now, as you can see, that how that actually looks, you know, like it's not like she's cross-eyed, but where she's got a little bit of the brow over the iris. So that works out really good. And then the other thing, of course, is we're going to have to take this skin and we're going to have to add a little bit of the OSL from the eye, just because it would be thank you very much, Jacob. Thank you. Although it wouldn't be like just shining all over her face, there will definitely be some, you know, you've got this light here. Her eye is creating some light. And so there will be a little bit of that in the skin that we need to kind of build up into. So now the last time that I sat down to her, what I showed everybody was just kind of blocking in the colors on her outfit, because there comes a point when you're working with skin, I find, actually where you're working with the model, where it just looks like crap. And yeah, I call it the ugly phase. So what I do to kind of get myself through that and make it feel a little better is I'll block in some of the colors, some of the little things that they have that are cool, you know, like these little chains on her booty, and, you know, just this little belt that I decided to go with the pink to kind of, so you draw your eyes a little bit to the waistline, and just things that give character to the model. Hello, Paint Monkey. I am well, thank you. Having a bad hair day, but other than that, it's a good day. And then once I've got these on here, I'm kind of able to see a little more what's going on with everything. So that's where I'm at with that. Now, Ilthur is at the real ugly phase. He's like, his metal needs help, and his fur needs help, and I was showing everybody how to put the red in the skin to give the skin more life than this flat skin over here. The last time we worked on him, but he's gonna need some work because, you know, metal and all of that good stuff. This is the ugly phase where, you know, the mouth looks plastic and the eyeballs aren't. It's just, you know, the hair looks globby and a whip. But at the same time, we did get some good volumes out of the non-metallic, the true metallic metal, and then I showed everybody how to use ink for glazing on him in order to bring the tone of the metal down. I'm sorry, I'm not insulting your work, Kakita. This is my own personal journey. When I'm looking at my work, I want you to know one of the things about me is I can see where you're going with any work. I love everyone's artwork. I have a very specific journey that I am on and things I want to see myself accomplish. So I look at my work much differently than I do other people's, and I want you to understand, anybody who's in here that knows me knows that I love to see people's work. And that is, you know what? And yes, wherever you are at with your journey, and to see that and understand it for what it is.
From where you started.
Oh, where is he? Is he here?
Is he missing?
He's been missing for a mile.
Oh.
He's here. I just don't know where he is. There's this Eldar? Yeah, there's this running around our studio, and I can show you what it looked like when I first painted a mini. He's here. I just don't remember where he is.
Stealth.
I saw him in a bucket. So we are doing I don't know if you guys know that, so we are doing a Captain SETI paint along on the 28th, which is a chibi. On the 28th of this month, we are painting this little chibi. It's not this part. It's, I think, that part. Because I've actually cleaned that a couple times. We're going to focus on eyes and dynamics. So just to let you know, so we're going to be painting this on the 28th. I'm also teaching a Reaper class on the weekend of the 6th and the 7th. The 6th, I will be teaching a Reaper class in the Reaper, hosted by the Reaper channel. On the 7th, I will be picking up where we left off. And I'm going to show everybody how to make their chibi pop. So not with this one. This is one of the Reaper minis. But this is just kind of an idea to show you her eyes are left alone on purpose. Paint Monkey, don't do that to yourself, my dear. Don't do that to yourself. Seriously. Seriously. Because the more you practice, the better you will get. And you just have to realize, I mean, my journey, so here, oh yeah, this isn't mine. This is not me. This isn't, the unmentionable. No, mine is green and teal and all metallic.
Right.
Is right up there, there's a pig in a bucket. Oh, he's not? Okay, that's where he was. We have to find him so we can show people. He's not here. Yeah, because I actually got in here one day and I pulled him out because I wasn't using him very much. And then he got put over there. And what happened is that area exploded. Here's the other one. But see, so chibis have a specific characteristics. Yes, so what I did was just a little kit bashing. I know. Ouch. I thought maybe that was him. So that's another thing too, is like just little things like that that you can do to a chibi or a mini, actually kind of just change it up a little bit. It makes it fun. And so it's, I actually have a set for her also. This is one of their chibis. And I got this set. She's the grumpy one. So I gave her grumpy floppy wings. But I might actually, I think I have to turn the wings up on her in order for them to work. But I thought it was good fun. It's just a little thing, just the littlest thing that you change with chibis. I made the zombie chibi. The owner of that company was shocked. But this is going to be really good fun, and we're going to focus on the chibi dynamics and chibi eyes over the period of about a week. So if you guys pop in and out, that's predominantly what we're going to be focusing on. There'll be the weekend of the Reaper chibis, and then the weekend before that, which is coming up here at the end of this month. That'll be about Captain Seti, the little pirate. So that should be really good fun. These guys go on this little base together. The little brick base I have. And they're going to stand together side by side. She goes on this side over here. And she goes on this side over here. And they're going to be standing together. And then we're just going to I'm going to show a couple of different types of chibi eyes, because there's different types too. There's crazy, like you can do all kinds of crazy things with chibi eyes. The more space you have to work with, the more crazy you can get with the eyes. But I took a liking to chibis. Here's a little Rocky. He's kind of a chibi. And I've been working on him with one of our students. He's getting ready to get his detail and his highlights and all of that in our next sitting. His first sitting was all the base colors and shadows and learning to stipple. The second one is building the volume and colors from everything that's around you and the colors he is in the shadows and on his body. And then the last will be the glazes and the highlights and all of his little fine tuning. Ooh, that would be kind of cool, Kakita. That would be kind of cool. I think when people change it up a little bit, it's fun. It's really fun. Here, look at this guy. So here's a guy that we bought this guy, right? This is an example of it. So we bought this guy. He was what's called fine cast. Don't buy fine cast, okay? He actually is embedded with real Swarovski crystals that I ordered from Germany in his body. And when we got him, his hand would not stay glued on. And his hand kept falling off. And eventually his hand fell off onto the floor. He got vacuumed up and he didn't have a hand. So I think it would be neat though, Kakita. Yes, right. Never, exactly. So I created his gauntlet from green stuff. And I embedded it like the, oh gosh, in the comic books. The gauntlet Thanos has. So I embedded it in the Infinity Gauntlet. And I embedded them in there, and then we painted all gold. And then I made him this big fireball. And it made him a lot of fun. Like, he is actually one of Geek's favorite little characters. There you are. I don't particularly like it. We can discuss it, Occult, but I don't particularly love it. I prefer the epoxy sculpt. Much more time to work with. But in a pinch, the thing about green stuff that's really cool is it really does practically bondo things together. And for little teeny tiny things, sometimes I didn't know about anything else I could use when I first started doing miniatures. I only knew about green stuff. So that's how it ended up being green stuff. And it's kind of cartoony, but his hand was kind of cartoony too. So we ended up with a pretty cool guy. And, you know, he's kind of a conversation piece amongst this entire army. But he's very different from the painting that I do now, as far as like the amount of paint, how many glazes I put on it, and you kind of learn as you grow. So don't be discouraged at all, monkey. Just realize that you learn as you go and you grow as you go. Oh, Cult. Yeah, I was just telling everybody you should post. Did the mimic get adopted? Hello, girl painting. Oh yes. Well, actually, on him, I wanted it to be big, like the Infinity Gauntlet, but also it was really odd. The hand that was on him was kind of big for him, so I actually thought that he was wearing a gauntlet. So that's how he ended up with that hand. So I thought that was like, oh, okay, it's a little bit bigger, so I'll make this one a little bit bigger too. But then I liked the idea of it being kind of like an Infinity Gauntlet. And so that was actually deliberate. Just to let you know. No, for real, for real. Cult, you should post it. I told everybody you had one up for adoption that didn't get picked up. You should post it in the chat. Yeah, and then when I do find the little fellow that was the first one that I painted, that's true. That is true. I find that painting small things like this little guy here, monkey, sometimes is a lot easier because very small amount of space to work with. The face isn't so big that you actually have to do a lot to it to get the impression across. You only have so much room to work with, so you kind of got to consolidate what you're doing. Yeah, well, you know, Kakita, Warhammer. I'm learning and probably won't remember. I'll probably forget everything by the time each time I come to the table. It'll be like a brand new game. But yeah, this was one of those little Reaper challenges that I did last year. Lady B won my 4-color challenge, won a prize, and then I didn't know, so I gave it away on the channel. And there's that. There we go. There's her baby that's up for adoption, you guys. You should check it out. She makes these mimic boxes that hold dice. Oh my God, they are incredible. Incredible. Here we go. Oh, have you? You know, I think it's very independent, Kakita. I think that depending on the person. I mean, I when I first started, because I came from oil painting and I painted giant canvases. Oh, we don't do the love gallery on Tuesdays, girl. We just, if you want to share your work with the people in the chat, you can just put your Instagram link in there and show it off. That's how we do on Tuesdays. We don't do the love gallery on Tuesdays. Tuesdays is technical. Questions and answers, talking about products, painting, that sort of a thing. That makes a lot of sense, Kakita. That does make a lot of sense. I just did a stippling course with one of the folks, and it turned out to be a really good thing. They had never done it before and really enjoyed it. You thought you am smart? Well, you could put it, everybody can just share their stuff in the edge. Oh, I didn't get to see. Darn it. Somebody put something in there for me. Hang on just a minute so I could see what they were working on. There it is. No, that's a song. Hold on. Wait, who put that link in there for me? There we go. No, that's not it. Damn it. Somebody linked me something so I could look at it, and it scrolled by, you guys, and I missed it. Can you put it back in the chat again? I'd like to see.
That wasn't the adoption.
No, not the adoption. This one is almost finished. Ooh, but I do want to see that. Oh, Moss Boy. Moss Boy's up for adoption, you guys. Oh. Little Moss baby. That's a cult. I see the songs, but somebody did say if you want to take a look at it and put it in there, and then it scrolled by and we were talking about
Scrolling back. Sauce Painting says, Mad Love, I'm off to knock off some work. Nice to have met you today. See you soon.
awesome. I'm sorry, on Tuesdays I miss a lot of stuff in chat. Oh, there we go. Okay, I was scrolled back. And scary teeth and mud. Oh, I get you, Occult, right? I know. Well, it is. He is cute, though. I think. Wait, you have to start over. On the teeth. You have to start over on the teeth. Yeah, so Necrons, I do enjoy them. Geeks Necrons are crazy, like the Necron paint jobs. Oh, here, I forgot that he was on my desk. This is one of Geek's favorites. He loves this one. Oh, I forgot about these guys. This is one of his favorite guys. I really enjoyed painting this one. It was really good fun. Hi, Kitsune. Oh, Kakita, were you showing me something? Let me see. Let me take the glasses off for just a second. Yeah, let me take a look at that. Oh, yeah, I like these guys. Hey, you know what? I'm following you. No? No. I did not know. There we go. I love the colors you chose for these Necrons. This is great. Are you in the UK? I see the Games Workshop brush cleaner back there. I like that purple that you chose for the Games and Gears. Yeah, I mean Games and Gears. I remember seeing these on Instagram. I have ran into you before because I really, really love the color that you chose. That purple is really, really good. Oh, you're welcome, Kitsune. Yes, sometimes sub-assembly is easier. I find depending on what you're doing. Wait. On the whole Moss box? Why? They didn't like it, Occult? Why do you have to start over? Oh my gosh, that's insanity. That's insanity, girl. Oh my god, girl painting, he turned out so cute. Oh, I love him. Oh, he's so cute. Oh my gosh, that is adorable. Wherever in the world did you get that little chunky monkey? Did you, okay, well, you should tell them, Occult, to send you some photographs, some concept art on what it is that they're after. Because seriously, though, you could end up, yeah, something to go off of, because mimics aren't exact. Well, I mean, yours are cute to me, but I kind of like spooky cute. Oh, that is too much. That is too much. Oops, hey, dude. Oh, are you done? Oh, you're so fast. I bet you got miles of work done. Here's the other one. This is Geeks Wraiths. I do love me some purple. Wow, Occult, that's just a burn. That's just a burn. Oh, and you guys, I forgot to show you. I put my Yeah, I really liked these, Kakita. I really liked these. Like, I mean, I loved working on them. They were so much fun. I wish he had like a dozen of these in the army. I really dig them. There's this other one here. They're similar, but I did things a little bit differently. I had to learn about this edge highlighting, so one is better than the other. I had to get the glow just right inside their back, so you'll notice this one isn't very glowy, and I got the glow really happening on this one. And same thing, like underneath, I figured out, like this one's got a good glow, but this one's glow is superior, so it was kind of trying to work with that and figure it out. But look, I got my squiggles on their base. I got the spots on their mushrooms, got them on their base. Got to get some grass. Little bit of paint for their crackly ook there. Their little fits are going through it. Oh, I adore them. Yes, I'm gonna actually. It's on the list. Kakita, a Mohawk Squig. He's on the list. I know they're really cool. They really are. They're just really cool. These guys were painted. Their inspiration was a poisonous tree frog. As we did a poisonous tree frog for that. So they are finally done, and I think that I have to correct the hair on the zombie. I got a pretty big one, Kitsune. It's about this big, and there's two of them. But you could link me if there's one that's bigger. Please link it. I do want to see.
You have seen it. It's the big one that people ride on. It's the Mega Squig. Oh,
can he play in the game?
Yeah.
Oh, I do.
He's a few $100s.
Oh, I see.
There's the link for him.
Is a bobby holder. Oh, I want to see. Hello. Oh, I am human. Hello, I am human.
Okay. You're a captain.
Skip the ad. Oh, what are you asking me? What? Hold on. It's asking me a question about being a robot. Please click each image that has a boat. Oh my, are you being serious? That's a boat. That's a boat. That could be a boat, but it kind of looks like an airplane, but we'll go with boat. The way they take the picture. Oh, I have to try again. I suck. Okay.
Apparently you're over.
Each picture that contains a bicycle. Bicycle. Okay, that looks like all the bicycles to me. Oh, I failed again. I suck. Okay, hold on. Are you being serious? More bicycles. Okay, that's a bicycle. That's a bicycle. That's a bicycle. That's a bicycle. Those look like trains to me, not bicycles. Oh. Took me 3 times to pass that. Oh, yes, I like this guy. Yeah, I did. I saw him painted like a rainbow last year for Pride, and you are so right. I totally need that guy. Good evening, Neko. I know. I obviously don't know what a bicycle is. And that's just the fact. Oh, wait. Okay, I thought Kitsune was telling me she was using it as a bobby holder. Okay. Let me see. Let me go back to this. So we are going to focus on I'm not going to do these pants yet because I'm handling them a lot. I keep trying to stick her to some. I should have pinned her. I really do need to get. I need to get myself a little pin guy, and do that. What are you up to, Neko? What's going on with you, girl? So we are. See, I handled her so much. I actually rubbed her knuckles off. Yeah, I did. No, I laid her on my desk and rubbed her knuckles off. Oh, wait, I didn't get to see Samini's thing. I think Samini put something in here and showed me. I'm sorry. My mind. Oh. Did you guys get to see Samini's? Yes. I didn't know you weren't done when it was posted on Instagram. Oh, these are more than one. Wait. Oh, I love the way this nun turned out. Man, the wraps, the leather, the metal. Oh, beautiful. It's so beautiful, Samine. You want to talk about somebody that makes you have to take a second look at your work. You guys have to go look at Samini's work. Oh, still, oh my gosh. Okay. I don't know how you do it so fast. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy to hear that, Neko. I'm so happy to hear that. I'm going to try something. I'm going to try pushing this back and going like that because it's in my way all the time. So let's try that. Okay. Back to this gal. I am going to have to fix this hair for starters, and we'll start at the top and we'll just work our way down. Definitely not any, her hair is not glistening. It's like just flat. So we have to fix that. And she's got this very strange color of, that's not working for me at all. I bought this recently and I think it's old. It does come out kind of like an ink. See it? Yuck. My palette, see? I messed up my palette again today. This is the second time. And she's got a little bit of dark purple in her hair, which we were using, I think, for the mix. She's definitely got this regular purple. You got glue and metallics and you're good to go. And I know she's got a pink in her hair, and I bought a new pink just to, that was the magenta, but we must have mixed that with the white, I'm gonna say, and the dark purple. Dark purple. This one. I also used a little bit of the Payne's Gray, Steel Blue, sorry, in the recesses where you can see the hair getting dark right where it connects to the head. That's actually Steel Blue. It worked out really good because it has really great depth. All right, this teeny tiny little pieces. The only way this is going to work, this is not going to satisfy me until we do itty bitty teeny tiny strands, so that the hair is looking a little bit like fur, I guess you could say, because she's shaved on the sides of her head. But really what we've got going on here is we've got to build up this highlight. I probably don't have to do much else but build the highlight, really. The colors are good. Maybe I shouldn't have put all those colors out. And I don't want to use my good brush to mix. I'm going to use the ugly brush. So we're going to mix a little bit of this here. Let me see if you guys are on it. Oh, it's because, okay, hold on. Sorry, guys. The, that thing is in my way on my, so we're going to mix the pink really bright to make a highlight out of it. Hey, Hurt Super, what's up? Hey, Badger Ford, what's up? Oh my gosh, there wasn't an alert. Hurt Super, thank you so much for the raid. Apparently my alerts are not working today. I didn't hear anything. You guys are stealth raiders. Hi, Zilana. How do you do? And welcome aboard the SS Mad Love. I am Captain Mad Love, and currently we are painting some highlights on some hair. Oh, I really appreciate it. It is nice to meet you, if I haven't met you before. But just remember, my brain is like a colander. Everything but the noodles drains out. It was a stealth raid. I'm here getting some painting done, having a bad hair day. What are you up to? On Tuesdays, you need hair tips. Okay, well, we are doing It's a Mohawk. And really the idea from hair, we'll go into that in just a second, but let me tell you what. If you'd like to put your work in the chat on Tuesdays, we share in the chat. If you'd like to kindly put your information, Hurt Super, into the chat, we would like to put it in our database so that when you come in the future, we are able to shout you out. Also, if you have access to Discord and you would like to pop your work into the Love Gallery, I will shout you out on Friday, our date night, which is a pretty big event here. Anybody who raids, I like to show off their work on Friday because we don't do a Love Gallery on Tuesdays. And occasionally we do on Sundays. Okay. And then you're welcome to shout your information into the channel. There you go. So that people can go give you a follow. Yes, date night is always on Fridays, and we start at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it gets a little wacky in here. We do, we're sassy. We are all over the place on a Friday. We don't get a lot of painting done on Fridays. Not a lot. So on the subject of the hair, hair is interesting. And the data deet. Yes, you have to put your deets in there. Exactly. Getting the luminescence on the hair is hard. And I don't really succeed at it. Like, I'm not the best at it, but I really do try. It's one of the things that I'm working on. So you'll notice that right now, I mean, we have some highlights on her hair. She's got different colors going on in her hair, but we don't really have any contour to it as far as the light coming in. So I'm going to come in with very, very tiny lines. Yes. Post your Insta, all of it, whatever you have, all the places that we can find Hurt Super. Are you loving them? Oh, I have a lot of fluorescence. Hurt Super, if you love fluorescence, you have to try these. That's the shit. Oh, these, I love these. They're semi-transparent, so you do have to put layers. But you can use a hairy stick with them. You can use the paintbrush just fine. They also work in the airbrush. They are amazing. Absolutely amazing. If you go to my link tree, Hurt Super, you can order these from Badger. They're not terribly expensive either. And if you use my link, then a little bit, pennies on the dollar, go back to the ship, and it helps my adventure here. It doesn't cost you anything extra.
15% off.
And if you use the code Captain Madlove, you get 15% off. Their prices are really reasonable. Yes, exactly, because they're already kind of pre-thinned. The Spectra, though, let me think for just a second, because I know. Here we go. This is Spectra Purple. I believe I painted a Necron recently with some of the Spectra Orange, but I don't know where he made his way off to. Yeah, and I have so many neon paints. The other thing is the neon inks, and I have a link for Dick Blick. Recently, 2 different companies came out with neon acrylic inks. Oh my gosh, Super! They're amazing. So you might give those a try. They're super vibrant, and the inks are super thin with very, very small particles. So they they disperse really nicely when you lay it out. You get a really nice smooth effect from it. But the Spectra, before Spectra, I used Createx, I believe, I used to use the Createx, but the Spectra, I think, goes on smoother and dries a little bit quicker, maybe. I mean, I just feel like I'm not fighting with it. Maybe it's drying a little slower. Oh, that would be amazing. Yes, please post those pictures. I'm very into vibrant. Here's one of Geek's Necrons. This is a fine cast model that I struggled gravely with. Oh yeah, they are so much fun. They are so much fun. This is a Spectratech's. That's a Spectratech green mixed with a little bit of the Spectratech yellow. These are this is a manual color shift that I made, but yeah, it was good. It was good fun to work on. And this is, so I bought the green first, and that's when I discovered that I was in love with that brand. Oh, I have every brand. I even have the powders and everything. But I haven't had a chance to really do a lot of painting with the neons. Well, I did some here. But that's actually, that is vermilion ink in the eye there. Well, welcome, you guys. It's always nice to see new faces. So back to that hair part. The deal with hair is that, so I'm working on the hair thing, but there's this luminescence to hair. So it reflects light, kind of like metal. And I'm trying to look at it like that a little more frequently. It was actually Sam Lenz that told me to look at hair kind of like I look at true metallic metal. So I'm trying, and you have to bring up points of highlights on it really super shiny to get the volume in the hair. Do you see how that look if you just look at the other side of the mohawk? And then you look at what I just did to this side. Also, it's never one color. It's more like about 4 colors. So, yeah, that is true, Hurt. That's true. Yeah, as long as you've got dark colors to compensate for all of the bright colors, it really helps them stand out. It does. Or cold colors to compensate for the cool ones. I'm seriously just using like 2 hairs on that brush. And a really kind of whitish pink. Just put a little bit of white into the main color of her hair. And not allow the lines, because she's not curly headed, to be like just a straight line, so that I can get a little bit more. She's got kind of stiff hair, so I got to kind of work for the motion in it. Oh, that's true. Orcs are good fun. I do love a good orc. that dark purple, you want to kind of get the little bit of shadow colors in here really intense too, in some of these little recesses, because that's really going to make, she's a very small model. So if you get those little shadows in there really intense, notice that?
Where's the kaboom?
Right? How
to be an
those really intense
earth-shattering
shadows
kaboom.
will make the highlight colors pop. Oh, Dave, the alerts aren't working. Hi, how are you? We have a non-alert kind of day going. But I noticed you. Nice to see you here, mate. So I kind of pull the colors back and forth until I get just the balance where I've got the highlights and the sun the way I want them. Now do you see how much more volume and highlight? So basically kind of as if it was something shiny. And that's how I work the hair up. And then, you know, on the top of it here, because this is the very top of the mohawk, where there's going to be, you know, highlight kind of popping off the top of that. So we want to make sure that we get a little bit of that in there. Oh, they're working on your end. Maybe my volume is all the way down.
That's going to try again.
Try again. They're working, at least they're working on your end. They're not working on my end.
Where's the kaboom? There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
And then the same thing on the top of the head. I want to get some of those low points with some of that dark color.
Okay.
I hear music.
Not over.
What was it?
Had to relaunch voice smoother. Probably.
There. And then even on the side that's dark, I'll get just a few little glisteny. Ooh, I don't want globs. You heard no echo that time. Okay, it's working now though. Okay, so there we go. Got the little colors all kind of mixed in there. Then we got to come to this other side. Now on the other side, so this side being the side where the light really is coming at that 2 o'clock angle. On this side, I'll use a secondary color as the highlight with just the smallest amount of white. Hi, Lori. How are you doing? I see you made it. We're doing a little hair work today. So the secondary color becomes the highlight as we move over to the dark side. The dark side, because it has cookies. And then in some areas, you're even going to take like where the hair is coming to the very, 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 very tip. You might just take a few of those and actually just add the tiniest little spark of white. Because that'll give everything a little bit of movement and even a little bit. And I do mean tiny. I don't do that as much, I don't think, on my larger minis as I might on my smaller ones. Just to get that little crisp edge of the mohawk there. Hi, Dark. How you doing? Well, hey, Megatron. Long time no see. What are you up to, Dave? We have to come in twice on that color to get the lift on the highlights. Can you turn it down a little bit, Geek?
Those are your speakers.
Yeah, I know.
I turn it down here.
It doesn't, my volume control doesn't work. Thank you. I always try mine first. Oh, yum, steak. You're grumpy. I'm sorry. Why are you grumpy? Dave, have your minis shown up, man? So the other thing is variegating the colors. So light goes kind of through hair, and sometimes it goes through the hair and leaves a dark shadow in between the highlight, and then when it comes out the other side, it's a secondary highlight, but the part that's in the middle is a shadow. It's kind of weird. You want this hair? I actually have pictures of myself with this, not the mohawk, but my hair was cut off short. The mohawk, I do have pictures of myself with my mohawk dyed red and green. I didn't take enough pictures of the mohawk when I had it. Ooh. Wow, that sucks, Dark Virtue. What is that about? Are they trying to catch up on something? What is the deal?
Sounds like Navy shit.
Okay, wait, what? Can you cover the dog? She's cold and can't get under her blanket.
Challenge.
And she's doing the thing she does when it's getting weird.
Getting weird.
There, so on this side, we're going to build the highlights with the secondary color, and just the top will have the real, like, little tiny bits. Thank you so much for joining us. Hurt Super, thank you. Okay, take care, and thank you so much for popping in. Yeah, that does really suck, Dark Virtue, I have to admit. So on this side, we've got the light coming like through the mohawk, so we will right up here at the top. We'll pick up a little bit of light. The thing that helps with these little tiny strokes is that paint retarder. It really does. It slows down the drying time when you're just teeny tiny little bits like this. There. So on this side, we still are going to get some of that. We still want some of that little bit of glisten coming through. Okay, we're gonna use the dark color and bring some of the shadows down a little bit. So like at the base here, and definitely where the mohawk connects, we're gonna darken that up, right? And then we're going to use that secondary purple, which I've got over there. There we go. And do a little bit of transitioning on the hair so that we're kind of breaking up the monotony. We'll get a little bit of that pink. And we're going to use that like right along a little bit of highlight. So we can just kind of soften this area up a little bit, but not necessarily bring in a hardcore highlight. See? But at the same time, we're still getting like highlight on that side because hair is glistening. Oh, the lightning bolt makeup. Okay. Okay. Future you has to make it to the future. Ooh, painting your kitchen. I love to paint walls. Badger Forge, I really do. Okay, so once we get this going on, we've got really good highs and lows. We want to make sure that that black that we have on her band, that actually is black. And we want to make sure we don't have any purple leaking onto that band, or that's going to look silly when somebody gets really up close to it with her hair partially painted on her band. So we want to keep that nice and clean. Make sure we get it all. And I'm going to take a little bit of that black and I'm going to mix it into the deepest purple that I'm using on her hair. Okay. All right, on. Your blasting materials, huh? So then I have a black purple. And I'm just going to come in here very, very carefully, just using really the smallest portion of a couple of hairs on this brush. And we're going to, right where this connects, to create a little bit more volume, we're going to drag it up into the purple a little bit in some places. And you'll start to see it really pop here in a second. We're going to get a few little bits of that right at the base of the head where the hair starts to get like a lot darker. Okay. And we're going to do that same thing on this side because this side's actually, you know, the side with the real deep shadows. So tiny, tiny. And then if you look at her, you'll actually see a few indentations in the hair that you can work with these shadows to give movement. You just got to kind of find them. And that's the messy hair part. Okay, now what you should get from that, I'm reminding you, take out the dog. All right, I am going to, let's see what the time is. Take off my hood for a minute. My hair is having a bad day. All right, let's get, oh, I have my watch now. Ta-da-ta-da. Found my watch. It was in the weirdest place. Okay, so We still have a very respectable hour. It's very quiet in here today. You know what? On Tuesdays, you can just go ahead, Megatron, and put it in the chat. We share in the chat on Tuesdays. It's really quiet in here today. Is there like a lot of people out there streaming today? My phone is missing. I'm going to take a quick bio and make myself a cup of tea. No, Dave, I found it. You were gone. You had to leave and I found my phone. You're making teeth. No, I'm going to make tea, not teeth. Tea. Yeah, I'm going to take a quick bio, make myself a cup of tea or coffee or something to that effect. Maybe nibble on a little bit of chicken or something. Forever teeth, I know, right? Who's got teeth? Occult's babies have teeth. You want the teeth? I thought you were leaving me. I thought you said you were leaving. Hurt Super. We were just lurking, okay. Clean up neon splatters. Neon splatters. All right, let's see. So you've fallen in love with Pro Krill Light Silver Base, the metallic base, then Payne's Gray. Yes. Yep. So that's exactly what this is right here. It's amazing, isn't it? The Payne's Gray, and then the so that's what I do is the base was the shadow silver. So we had a nice gray base. And then I used the metallic medium to make the highlights and to put thin glazes of the Payne's Gray. Payne's Gray is like, oh, I don't know. It has this, it's so good, Scooter, for when you're painting things where you want to put a little bit of complementary, but you just don't want to paint like this purple and that orange, right? But you want to create a complementary effect, and it's just so subtle. You're sick of being a dentist. Oh, they are. They're going to be the transparent purple. I'm telling you what, the Payne's Gray and dioxazine purple, it's like an ink. It's made by Golden. Oh, dude. Like, bam. What's the other one? Dang it. Trying to think of that purple again. This one. Yeah, thank you, Dave. Dave's like my memory. That one. And Payne's Gray. Yes, that's one of my favorites. Why will something bad happen, Megatron? It's just going to bring up your Insta link. So also, on the subject of that, Scooter, the, oh crap, I was working with it the other day. The color, I think it's deep red. Hang on just a minute. You feel like you've had bad luck? What's up, man? Well, what do you mean bad luck? Let me try this really quick. It was, ochre. Ochre. I need to write this down so I don't forget it. Seriously. I want the Slanesh people to know this. Oh, it is upgraded, Dave. It got upgraded. I mean, it did crash recently, but it was upgraded about a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. What did you notice? You noticed something? Yeah, this is it. Okay, the colors are Scooter, Olive Flesh by Procryl, and Deep Red by Reaper. I honestly feel like people that paint Slanesh are gonna love that. Oh, no, it got up. I don't know. That's a good point, Dave. It got upgraded recently. It's fixed. Yeah. 2 hours later, we were back. We were back. We don't even know what that was about. Nobody else, there was nothing reported in the neighborhood or anything like that. Look at this. There's a little more red in my camera, in that camera, than there is in this camera, though. I seriously feel like that color, people that were painting Slanesh, I look at it, and the first thing that came to mind, Heart Super. The first thing that came to mind to me was Slanesh. Let me see. Oh, Megatron, you posted. Hang on, let me see. Have bad luck with what? Oh, I like the fact that I like the colors you chose. I do. I think that the putting the bronze in there, copper, bronze, I got a lot of lights in my face, but I think putting the copper and the bronze in there was the perfect thing to do. And the fact that you've got the blue and the green, even though they're complementary, and the fact of complementary meaning they like one another, next to one another. It's a different word. It's not technically complementary in the color spectrum, but complementary meaning they complement each other and they get along. And then adding that warm brown is really cool. The bronze rather. Oh, I see. Oh, well, thank you very much, Ennis Evan. Thank you very kindly. I appreciate that. My hair is erect today, but hey, thank you. Yeah, I really do. I can see, hold on just a minute. There we go. I can see where you're going with it. I do think they need a little highlight, Megatron, but I'm guessing that, that's right. Yeah. I'm guessing that you're working towards that to get a little highlight so you can build a little more, intensity with them. They'll look a little bit more, mobile and a little more 3D if you get a little highlight in there. I think you're missing a little bit of highlight, love. All right, let me take a quick bio, grab myself a cup of coffee, and I will be right back with you guys, okay? You can hang out here with her. On Tuesdays, we don't have any marbles or race cars or anything like that. It's just kind of hang out. And I don't even know, actually, if... Dave, do you happen to know if the raids... not the raids, but what is that you guys used to play where you can gamble and stuff in the chat? Does that work anymore? Thank you for joining me from D Live, NS7. I appreciate that. I always love to see a new face out there. I hope you find yourself comfortable here. Ah. We still have to figure out something that we can do with those kisses. Okay, let me take a real quick bio and I'll be right back, you guys. You see my little chubs hanging out of my pants? Getting chunky.
Baby, come. What? Baby, come.
Well, hey, Lemoness. How you doing? I haven't seen you in a minute. I've been thinking about you because I have to finish that giant for you. So, yeah, we almost have this hair done here. And so I don't know if you guys enjoyed this mini. You've been busy working? It seems like a lot of people have. Maybe it was just like a lull there for a while during the COVID and everything. Did you gamble all your money away? Did you win? Did you win or did you lose? And we got the hair dialed in. Hopefully I didn't leave. Didn't. And we got the goggle shadow and highlights. So if you guys appreciate this, so just to let you guys know, there's still time to get your mini. You lost it all. Typical. There's still time to get your mini, one of these. You can get it from Monument Hobbies. And if you were to go to my link tree, so you can put like exclamation point links, and the link tree is in there. And if you were to buy one of these minis from Monument Hobbies and you use the captain's code, thank you, Dave. If you use the captain's code, then then you DM Geek with your PO number. You will not only will buying one of these enter you in their giveaway, which is worth over $2,000. They're giving away over $2,000 in prizes. Monument Hobbies is during this Mother Lovin' Paint Party, which, by the way, anybody who is working on one of these, we also have a hashtag Mother Lovin' Paint Party is out there on Instagram. So just in case you guys want to put your whips in there or show off your work of these that you've painted, you can go ahead and put it in there. I started it when these first came out. But just to let you know that if you use... I know, Dave, right? I'm waiting for them to show up too now. If you do, and then you send that to Geek, you will also be entered in our giveaway for an airbrush. I'm telling you what, it's like he ordered primer from them and it showed up, but then he's still waiting on the minis. So I thought that was really interesting. So there's still time because they're doing this project through March. So you guys still have time to get your mini. And we still have quite a bit of work to do on Ilthur. So if you guys were to get him, I'm probably going to actually work on her just by myself in the studio tomorrow a little bit. But I think we've got the hair dialed in. Yeah, we've got the hair dialed in. And that mask is really close to dialed in. I'm going to do the eye is going to be like, I have to do that just by myself because it's very small. And so I could probably film myself and then like, throw it out on YouTube or something for you guys. But the also, well, we have to put the colors in the skin and the metal. Those things are missing. Wow, Dave. Did you contact them? Did you contact them to let them know? Thank you so much for the follow, Jose Tamito. And welcome aboard. And welcome aboard. All right. I know, I'm telling you, that's probably what it is, Dave. The postal moves. So, I was thinking what we might do, because we've got the colors out on the palette here, is do a little bit of work on the arm. So you guys can see a little bit of that non-metallic working that I'm doing. So we're going to be like building a little bit of, for example, a little bit of orange here in the back of this. But the first thing I'd like to do is really get a little bit more of the shadows, which the shadows I'm doing with the, let me flip my palette. Oh, UPS lost them? Oh, that is so sad. Is that what they said? Is that they lost them? Oh, just what you think. Okay. Well, I wouldn't be surprised. So we're going to take a little bit of that Payne's Gray ink in very small amounts. And we're going to come in here in the areas that we need to build some shadows. And we're just going to lie that down in those shadow areas. What I'd like to do is take a little bit of the base color. So what happened over here is, hopefully she's in focus. What happened over here is that I got a little bit of pink while painting her belt onto her arm. And one of the nice things about metallics is they cover very, very well. So if you make a mistake and you've got to fix it with a metallic, you really don't have too much to worry about. Metallics really cover well. Now, underneath of the arm there, that's fabric. We'll have to cover that with the brown. Actually, I'm not supposed to be using that brush. Hold on, let me clean that really quick. Oh, awesome. Well, that is a bummer. But I guess it is bound to happen. There's got to be a certain number of packages that they lose and have no answers to. Especially right now, I guess shipping's just been really, really weird. So I take it and I put it in the places that are like away out of the light. Just a little glaze of it to kind of build some of those shadow areas. The shadow areas are going to give us a little stronger volumes, which is really what I've been working on a lot, is practicing. And if the sun is coming down, then we know underneath here, we've got to have some deep shadows. And then as you can see, but nobody scanned it. Yes, Paint Monkey. In fact, the brushes are going. The brushes are going in the mail. We've been in conversation. I had to find 6 brushes. I'm only gonna get probably 2 developed at first, but 6 brushes so she could see what it is I like that I'm using, and then I'm sending them to her so she can sit down, take a look at them, and then take a look at their manufacturing and what they think they might be able to do to design them. Because there's a few little tweaks I want. For example, I don't want long handles and I'd like thicker handles. So I'm taking the metallic medium over here and really thinning it with a little bit of that distilled water and retarder. And I'm going to use that to come in here and build up these areas that are the highlights in the sun. I'm very excited about it, actually, Paint Monkey. I'm very excited about it. Looks like we might be working on some minis also. There's some stuff. We're just got to hang in there. We had to pull a few irons out of the fire to kind of reevaluate where we were going with things. So I'm using the metallic medium. And this is what I'm going to tell you about making your highlights and working in your colors and your shadows. Remember that these guys are little bitty guys in a great big world. This great big world is ours. You have to remember to downsize. You're forcing color and paint to do what you want it to do. You have to downsize the shadows, the highlights, everything. Oh, most definitely, Paint Monkey. We have, Geek is getting ready to go into the Patreon and kind of ramp up the tiers. We have some stuff, surprises coming for the different tiers that they're going to be eligible for now. We've finally got that worked out, and that's going to be good fun. So we're going to be doing a like an 8-10 hour stream once a month, it looks like. That should be really fun because the first one that we did was really fun. And we even have one tier that we've developed that is specifically for getting on our gaming server. Because there was a time when I used to stream gaming, and that was kind of what everybody was really into. But I really I had a really good time with everybody painting, and I mean with everybody gaming, and I was painting and somebody else was painting, and it was just it was a different experience for me. I got a lot done that night. And so sometimes I don't get enough of that real quality, just cruising for long hours in the studio. Definitely not with anybody to talk to. So I'm bringing those volumes up. There we go. You can see how that's working. Right, so the lower part of the arm starts to get darker. The upper part of the arm starts to get lighter. Now, got a little area here. Oops. Hello, Dragonheart. How are you? I think I got a little metallic on her body, so we're gonna have to fix that. Yes, yes. We are definitely getting some progress done here on our little Bingo. She is coming right along. I think I put a little bit of that yellow ochre out, and I feel like I'm going to go with that just to break up the monotony. It's not a bright yellow, and it is complementary to the orange, meaning it gets along with it complementary. Like when someone pays you a compliment. Not a complementary color in this spectrum. But it really does complement the orange. I think it will. Look at that. See how that works? Just brings out a lot of form in the body. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. The good news is that the company that we're dealing with has been in business for a long time, and so we won't have to worry about the thing we that happened with the other company. I don't know how many years they were in business for, but obviously not. Either they weren't in business long enough to know how to treat customer service or how to have proper customer service, or they just went out of business during COVID, which could totally happen. And then we'll go ahead and make the one on the other side the same color so that her bracers match, but it's also really going to help bring out the 3D look of the miniature by adding this color that just really pops. It's not like bright yellow, so it's not terribly obnoxious. But it is light enough to do what we need it to do. Now there is some ochre in her skin, but we're using it in its purest form, so it shouldn't be a problem. It shouldn't do anything weird, like, I don't want anything to match the skin. So I'm working on making sure that that doesn't happen. Sorry, she's kind of a difficult miniature to you got to get in at a lot of get in there with a lot of angles, and it's kind of hard to keep that on camera because of where I'm going with the color. Some of these angles I'm gonna have to change brushes. You don't want to use your good brush to push paint. Something you don't want to do. I think I got all the fabric without painting any of that on her body. she's got a lot of just little things that need to be addressed. I kind of didn't want this to look like a cast, so I had to go back in there with a little bit more of the ochre. I tried to highlight it with a lighter color that kind of ended up looking like a bandage. I kind of don't want them to look like bandages. So there we go. So I think that that really brought everything in, you know, a little bit of vibrancy of that yellow. Now we'll calm that color down a little bit. Oh, do you know how hard I worked on this piece of fabric right here? Oh my God. And then this happens. I got lucky. I didn't cure. Ah. All right. Okay. This is so much forward motion. I do want to get a little bit of that. Woo! Oh, yucky. I'm telling you what. Purple everywhere. No, the purple. Make sure we get that clean. Good evening, new meta. Hey, what is up, mate? Haven't seen you in a minute. We're working on bingo. We are building her volumes. I'm fixing a couple of things in her general skin area right now because I goofed it up. Yeah, I saw you somewhere this morning. Oh, sauces. And I was like, oh, look, you are still out there. It was nice to see you. I had some really good coffee. It was a really nice morning. Hi. Oh. All right, so now we've got that. Now the thing that has to happen is that the layers for this skin volume have to be brought in. And what I want to do before anything else, though, is I do want to get just a tiny bit of the mahogany. And I'm going to mix it with a little bit of the Payne's Gray. Just enough to really make it deep so that I can get right there. Just to separate the lips. Okay, so that we don't have any that weird look where it's like their lip, one lip is running into the other. Good. Okay. Now. Oh, it was a great stream. It was. That was the first time that I had the opportunity too. Oh, thank you. Thank you very, very much, New Meta. I put a cyber eye in her. I carved a little bit of the eyeball away so I could get a proper cyber eye put in her. And she's coming along. I mean, I've still got some considerable work to do on her, but I'm feeling pretty good about it. I got to work up the skin and get the colors in the skin the way I want them. I'm leaving the leggings, the pants alone until I get done with the top of the body because of the fact that I'm handling her legs so much. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, the hair was, we were just discussing the dynamics of hair earlier. Hi, Tip. How you doing? Oh, that's the idol painter. Hi, idol painter. I thought you were idiot painter. Sorry. Oh, I'm really glad you appreciate it. Yeah, I'm kind of struggling with the skin. I think what I'm going to do is pick the skin up and then do a filming on the skin. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this party and we're going to go raid somebody just a wee bit earlier than normal. I have listed my hours, I think, at 7, but I've been making a little progress here with the balancing act with some medications the doctors just put me on. And honestly, I'm feeling a little bit wiped. Oh, do you? Yeah, I know, because it's like probably the same amount of letters in the name. But okay, so you guys need to keep something in mind, okay? I'm going to be streaming on Thursday this week. So normally Wednesday and Thursday, you never see me. So we have that big squig event going on with all the different artists all over the world. We're trying to get as many artists as we could. And you guys, if you pop into streams, let them know. Do some squig art. Oh, I'm glad that you popped in too. You know, maybe you'll be able to pop. Yeah, right. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. It's okay. It's okay, Occult. Don't even worry about it. Yeah, I just need to rest a little bit. There comes a point in the day where the medication feels a little bit different in the body. I'm not completely, like, I don't totally like it. The good news is it's kind of forcing me to rest the spine. I did get the diagnosis on the spine today, and my spine is junked. This is the good news. The clinic that I'm working with is going to do everything they can to try to keep me from going into surgery for it. So they're going to be working with it. We're going to start with some injections and a couple other types of therapy, and we'll see where it goes. But the good news is that I do not have to quit my job. They said it is totally fine. Right? I know. There'll come a time, won't there, Dave? There'll come a time. There will. When that will be the answer, I tell you what. Yeah. So you guys still have time. They are going to be able to help me shark in a box between my regular doctor. He has been absolutely wonderful. He's been really, really helpful with my ADHD. He's been super helpful. And I'm finally getting somebody that kind of knows how to work with this sort of stuff. So it's really, really helping, as well as with the pain. So you'd be surprised. I mean, I'm scatterbrained anyway. We all know that. But you'd be surprised when it's so scatterbrained how it affects the pain levels. I didn't know that. So it is great news. Yeah, that's my thought too, New Meta. I was just kind of like, you know what? I don't really want to do that. They kind of thought I was being a snob. The neurosurgeon did. But I told him, no, really, seriously. Like, why? Why do we, let's not do that as a last resort. Let's do that as a last resort. And then he was kind of sassy with me. He's like, well, if this doesn't work, then we gotta do surgery. And I'm like, well, you know. Oh, is he really? No way. Palooka's online. He hardly ever. You guys want to go visit Palooka? Yeah, I know, right? But you know what? I took it as a compliment, New Meta, because he was super geeky. Oh my gosh, you guys. So he had these great big horn rim glasses on and black hair that was all slicked back, like, you know, they wore it in like the 40s, right? And he dyed it. He was an older gentleman, and he dyed his hair pitch black. Big nose, beautiful skin, crystal clear blue eyes, very small. Like he was only maybe 3 inches taller than me. Very small in stature, wearing plaid tweed pants and one of the and a blue collared shirt and one of those vests, the Argyle vests. Oh my gosh. So when he got sassy, I was just like, yeah, come on, bring it, little man. I'll show you some sass. But I minded my business. I was nice. I was nice. Hey, Slaymore, hey. Oh, I'm so sorry, Paint Monkey. Wow, okay, well, you know what? Yes, that's exactly right, Dark Virtue. I was gonna get him. I was like, oh yeah, you wanna have a little sass fest, baby? But I thought, no, I probably should be nice to the doctor. You know, because yeah, he might get insulted and send me to somebody else, and he's supposed to be like the best of the best in this area. So I didn't want to, you know, be inappropriate. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know.
We'll say that.
Yeah, that sounds like really cool. I think rating Palooka today would be really nice. He'd probably like that. He's a magnificent painter. For you guys who have not met Palooka, make it awkward, okay? Lots of love and crazy raid stuff. Hi, Kay. Hi, Kay, baby. I'm pretty done for the evening. I need to get in my recliner, put my feet up, and just kind of let everything melt away. I could stay with you guys longer, but it's just, excuse me, sitting here and painting, and it's kind of, he's painting a giant cow. It's not a cow, Dave. You're so funny. Okay, it is. All right, so let's go raid. Yeah, that thing. I have somebody I want to talk to about that occult, because that is just too much work, sweetheart. Watching me with extra viewers. Oh, well, thank you so much, Kay. Oh, that sounds really good, New Meta. Hopefully, I will be able to see you maybe on Thursday or Friday this week. It's nice to see you in chat. I miss the people that are usually here. One last thing before I go. Okay, you guys. The captain did not get in trouble from Twitch. We made the decision to dissolve. Okay? Our affiliate status. Is that right? Affiliate? Right. So now if you'd like to support the channel and get a membership, please go to my Patreon. Okay, we have all sorts of good stuff coming up. Oh, you guys, we just revamped it last night and we're getting ready to post it. Between now and Thursday, squiggle day. Let's do some squigs, right? Brushes, paints, squigs. Get your fucking paint on. I'll see you guys on Thursday. Thank you, New Meta. Thank you. We're going to go see Palooka.
Sure. Thanks.